beautiful little valley.
Yeah.
Down here in the middle is probably 395.
Yeah.
Going up through here and then up that way we'd be towards Bishop. Off in the far distance there, that rock formation is Robbers Roost.
Right.
Just below the other mountain there. And 395 goes right straight up the middle and up to the left up there towards Bishop.
Yeah, Robbers Roost looks so tiny.
It does, doesn't it? There's a story behind that.
Oh yeah.
Was that Pancho Villa? Was the
Well, I never heard that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah? There's a sign at the base of Robbers Roost that talks about its history, and I think it was Pancho Villa that was a bandit, and he had a team of bandits that lived up in the hills, and they probably lived way back in the hills, and they would come all the way down through the Antelope Valley and go down into who knows what town, and they would
Raid the towns.
yeah. And then they'd head all the way back up, and they'd have some of their scouts at the top of Robbers Roost.
Wow, man.
And the scouts, so the team with Pancho Villa would escape up into the mountains, and the scouts would keep an eye out for the posse.
Wow. Isn't that something? They did all that on horses.
Yeah. But there's a sign there at the base of it that tells that whole description of Robbers
Oh, I
Roost.
didn't know that.
That's why they call it Robbers Roost,
Oh, okay.
like Thief's Roost.
Right. The only story I heard about is they used to come down from Robbers Roost and rob the stagecoaches,
Yeah.
and then they would head up to Robbers Roost. They could see them when the stagecoach was coming. They know when to come down and intercept them.
Right. Yeah, they'd have a scout posted at the top of the rock formation.
Yeah. Yeah, who would ever go up there if they knew Pancho Villa was up there
Yeah.
with guns? Like, come on up! Wow.
That's like that old Twilight Zone with can't think of the guy's name, but
The host?
huh?
Not the host.
Um,
No. Oh, you're trying to think who started in the episode,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and the guy's head of a wagon train with his family and some other families, and they're coming cross country, and it's like 1876.
Uh-huh. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Huh.
Oh, it's really a cool Twilight Zone. And but they've been out there for weeks, and they're like running out of provisions, running out of water.
Yeah. Oh,
And
my God.
he tells them to stay put, and he just takes this old rifle, which is a brand new rifle back then, and he tells them to stay put, and he goes hiking to climb over the top of the hill to overlook into the next valley, see if he can find water. And when he goes over the top of the hill, he trips and stumbles, and then he gets up and he looks out, and there's a highway, paved highway.
Paved highway.
Paved highway. He's never seen it. He walks down to the paved
He
highway.
doesn't know what the hell it is,
Yeah.
right?
He's standing out in the middle of the paved highway. Look, what on earth is this?
Uh-huh.
And a semi-truck comes off from the distance and comes barreling down on him and honks his horn.
Uh-huh. Wow, that must have been traumatic for him.
Yeah, it's a really cool Twilight Zone.
Wow, I've never seen that one. I'd like to see something.
Yeah.
Like that. Some of those were so scary I couldn't watch them. For me, they were scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
You ever remember the one that sent the astronauts up onto Mars or some planet like that? And they were there for a year or longer. And they knew that they were going to not have women, so they made these women robots.
Yeah.
They brought one blonde-haired woman robot, looked real.
The guy was.
The guy fell in love with her, right?
Yeah. The guy was an inmate in prison on a prison planet all by himself,
Oh, okay.
and they brought him a female robot.
Okay. And he couldn't believe it was his time to come back. He served his sentence or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a spaceship going to come down and pick him up. He says, Well, we're gonna take my girlfriend to whatever. Oh no, she's just a robot. She's just here for the.
Yeah, we don't have room for the extra weight.
We don't have the room.
Yeah.
Right? And the guy had to prove it to him, so the guy shot a bullet into him. Remember? I think
Yeah.
And this short circuited.
Yeah. What a thing.
Wow.
I know when I was a kid I was afraid of Twilight Zones. When I got a little bit older I realized there's nothing to be afraid of. There's a moral behind every episode.
Yeah. Well, eventually I realized it too, but
Yeah.
I'm still scared of them a little bit. And we all as little kids, my cousins would come over. Oh, should we watch? I think it was either Friday night or Saturday night, one of the two. Are you gonna watch Twilight? I don't know, man. I had to, I don't. It's pretty scary.
Outer Limits was,
Not as good.
no, it was scarier, and it never really had too much of a moral.
Oh.
It was just in it for the scare factor and the sci-fi factor.
That was a big hit though too.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's nothing good on. I'll watch Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yeah, you can
Some
see
of
that
them are
on
really good.
you can see that on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it on Netflix, but yeah, I get a channel that gets those anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Man, you can see just about any episode on Netflix.